Good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. We're going to go back to, not load latest, we're going to go back to Venus. So this is my first episode after the sanitary update. So we're going to have to deal with that pretty quickly here. I was doing a little record session. I was showing off my ordering system, and I had a quote-unquote premonition. I blew some lines on my cooling system, so I guess we're going to go investigate that before it actually happens. So it was on the liquid side of my pollutant light loop, so we're going to see what that's all about.
Cognition low.
So let's kit up here and put our suit away. Just go ahead and pull this out straight to it. That's a good question. What's going on? What caused that? Oh. Hang on. Okay, so I'm losing pressure in my coolant system here. My blue line is losing pressure rapidly. I have no idea. Yeah, we're losing lots of pressure, lots of quick. That's gonna cause a problem real fast. We are still losing pressure. That's fascinating. I guess I got a blue line over here. And a place I haven't checked. Just gonna put this on for
Oxygen low.
okay.
Temperature high.
Okay. Okay. Amazing that that went undetected. Okay, I just gotta, I gotta go back. I gotta see. What? We're gonna back up a little bit. What? I mean, that's a pain in the butt, and I will replace it. But what? What?
Cognition low. Oxygen critical.
So obviously can't do anything about that. I mean, that's making a racket over there. Was it already an issue over here? Yeah.
Temperature high.
Okay. That's fascinating to me. Interesting. Nothing like going back and figuring out. Oh, well, okay. So let's go the day before. Let's go the day before and see. Obviously, we only went back a couple minutes. And it sucks, but we will rebuild.
Cognition critical. Cognition low. Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Okay, so it's fine here. It's fine at this point. So what am I looking at? What went wrong here? What? Huh. Interesting. So as it is here, there's nothing that would really go on. Huh. What? I mean, this red pipe here is... But that's not what ruptured. I mean, it may have ruptured in the... Well, probably did rupture. It's only 43. Huh. I'm going to go ahead and cheat. Normally you would say, oh, well, the code's already... whatever. I'm going to import the code, and I'm going to copy this to the... copy this to Notepad. I'm... weird. Weird. Okay, Notepad, I have it. Not that that matters, but... Okay. Do I have any other, I don't think I have any other saves. I want to go back slightly, just before it happened.
How? Why? What? When? Where? How hard? So all those autosaves are the day of. That's fascinating. Well, we'll go back another 30 seconds. I don't know what happened. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see just how devastating that is. Maybe I'll roll it back because I don't want to deal with it. Or maybe I'll force myself to do something about it.
Oxygen critical. Cognition low.
Okay. 4, 6. Okay. Pop you. Oh. Well, that would have been bad. I'm a little concerned here. Okay, well, that's... Alright. There was definitely a fire. Huh. Blew that chip up too. Sorter. A sorter way all the frick over here? Chutes and... Did something... Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to roll this back, because that was ridiculous. But something tells me... that some... ore that wasn't degassed made it into the loop. That's my guess. Wait, this is what we're trying to make over here. Huh. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to roll this back just because I don't want to deal with it. Just because I don't want to deal with it. Where's this sorter? Oh, it would have been the sorter from here. Fascinating. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Well, let's just go take a survey, see just how bad it is. I mean, it's already destroyed. That... the hell? Wait a minute. Damn. Blew my filters out here? I'm not exactly sure what happened. This is my premonition, so something happened. Jeez. Yeah, blew that up too. Okay. Jeez, random shit over here too. Backpacks. I don't even. That's not what an unloader looks like. Over here, the unloader blew up. I'm not exactly sure. This is running just fine. This is fine. So I lost a chip over here. My unloader over there for some godforsaken reason. I'm not entirely sure what exactly... Oop. Yeah, so my degassing furnace... I think that's what started the problem, because that's like the epicenter of the explosion. But I don't have anything going in there that was gassing. And this tank appears to be destroyed, except it was 92% damage and I repaired it. So... Or did I? Because it's at atmospheric pressure. So... I'm not exactly sure what went on. But it took out all my chips in this room. Did it take out these? No, these were safe. Okay, that was safe at least. I don't know. I'm gonna roll it back because I think the only thing I had was a little slight scanner rocket in the last one. But I am completely lost what actually went boom and why. So based on the damage, I say there was some fire, but I did have some NOS in the tank over here. Very little. Let's see, this is probably, yeah, that's atmospheric because it's popped there. That blew up. And yeah, I'll back up. The last known state that it was good, which is what I'm going to roll with. So we're going to basically undo what we did the last episode. Would have been here. So this was the last known good. So I'm at a loss of what actually went wrong. And there's a couple... I don't know. I got a couple ideas of what could have gone wrong, but to make it go so drastically wrong...
Oxygen low.
I don't need the suit on. But we'll run out there. So this is going back in time. Alright. So I have nothing running through the furnace. Yeah, kind of. And this line here has, you know, trace amounts of NOS, 33 megapascal. There's trace amounts of liquid over here. This is my outdoor hot line going to the outside, but that was intact in the explosion. The only thing, well, again, this wasn't fully destroyed, but if I went to make waspalloy followed by solder, this would have to go really high in pressure, then really low in pressure. And maybe I overpressurized this tank. That's about the only thing. Trace amount of NOS. Liquid nitrous. I guess it's not NOS. Nitrous. Because NOS is, what, an O2, right? And then this is the outside ballast. Which I guess it's possible. Well, again, if I overpressurized that line, I would have popped a line, maybe blew out some windows. This wasn't catastrophic, but it did release, so I wonder if maybe this... What? I don't know. The pressure in here is stable. Yeah. Nitrous gets really hot really fast. Yep, that's for sure, but I've got very, very trace amounts. So I'm not exactly sure what all went on. Although I guess, no, well this, I think this wasn't intact. I'm probably getting pretty close to condensing this. Minimum condensation pressure, what do we... Max liquid temp. 158 at 2 megapascals. I guess we're not there in the pressure. I misread the pressure. Yeah, so... My thought would be I'm trying to think, because there was definitely fire, because it burned up the chip over here, burned up the chip over here, burned up the chutes over here. The utility kit got burned up too. So, just trying to figure out where there's... Okay, well... Yes, it does condense at a pretty low pressure for sure. The only thing I can think of... It would have to be... There's no NOS in here, so this line with the minimal amount of NOS... Nitrous. It's not even a lot of nitrous. I don't even think we have a single mole in here. I don't necessarily know what's stored in... It's got 6,000 capacity, so actually that tank is part of the network. Because I have oxygen in my cooling line. So that would be an oxidizer, but this is the trace amount of NOS, nitrous. So I'm not exactly sure where the fire would have came from. Even if this tank blew up, it'd been high pressure. I don't know. Do I have a way of checking the pressure in that room? I do not. I do not. Actually, kind of interestingly enough, I don't have a back pressure regulator, which I normally do. So that could be a thing. Let's go ahead and let's just crack the window. Let's see what we got. We'll... Oh, yeah.
Temperature high.
It's a little warm in there, but it was 100 kPa. So that wasn't absurd. It was slightly above 100 kPa, but still. Temperature actually wasn't that bad either. Of course, now I'm going to dump a bunch, yeah. Just trying to think of everything that can explode. Yeah, I definitely... So the only real thing that I can think of that could have been a problem is this furnace right here going to make waspaloy. Because it would have to go up to 50 megapascal. And I do remember hearing it, so it definitely made it. But it would have gone up to 50 megapascal. We saw it go above that too. So it would have sucked out of this network and it may have had to add to it. But if this tank would have exploded, it should have done some more damage over here, but it didn't. All the damage was here, that something in there exploded. Now, if somehow well, I didn't do the interest. I might have to look. Maybe I did degas, I think, a bunch of cobalt, but I don't know. I will have to review what I did. And maybe I threw some stuff in there and made a really hot furnace really fast. Iron is supposed to be shipping out. I think it got stuck upstairs. Alright, well, we're going to work from here. Actually, had a pretty good hole in the dirt too, so. It ended up burning up the filters out here too. Blowing out the window, of course. It's fascinating. Yeah, I remember trying to at least be conscientious of that. Yeah, I blew up the one IC-10 housing here. Everything else survived, except for this unloader over here. Somehow that unloader exploded. That was phenomenal. And iron ingot goes here. There. I hadn't yet fixed the code here to snap it on. Go ahead and import that, edit, fix this code. Haven't made the atmospheric hangar yet, nope. Nope, I'm gonna have to go potty first now. Initialize sorters, main yields, quantity. Here's the timer. Quantity, sum. Into timer. On R15 set greater than 0. Timer right here. Okay, so timer. Based on R15, which is supposed to be the quantity, if it is non-zero, it's 50. Otherwise, it's C. Okay, hang on. I think I have an idea here. Logic sorter. Honestly, the toilet made my Venus playthroughs through so much easier. Yeah, that I would imagine, because once you can purify it, you've basically, yeah, you got water. Water. Clear memory. There we go. Logic sorter. Import count. Load batch. R15 device hash. Logic type is going to be quantity and not quantity. Import count. All that. We're going to also set batch. Hash structure. Logic sorter. That's not how you spell hash. Clear memory 1. There. We'll just do that. Bam. That'll fix the code. I need that chip. Export. Bam. There we go. That should work. Maybe we could drop off a cliff over here and check it out. Let's see. Before it dropped, making fresh water was much higher on the to-do list. Purge valve and condenser valve. Oh yeah, that's true. Use water vapor pressure to clean it. I'm actually struggling with it freezing up. Freezing on Venus feels so funny. Yes, I agree. But that's actually a very creative way of doing it. That way you don't need to do any filters, because the... Yeah. Water vapor. Cold steam, right? Alright, so what's next on the to-do list? We are making steel. We are importing the steel stuff. We are making it. Yeah. So this one going to high pressure could be a problem. Is that what I'm reading out of this? Maybe I need to put some volume onto this network. That's possible, and I wouldn't necessarily be bad with that idea. Okay, I don't need to be wearing my suit in here. Oh, there's this. Huh. I think I'm going to do something. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Open the UI. This was... Okay, this has scanners. Okay, let's see. Did I... Huh. Okay. So I did do some scanning, but I didn't do that much scanning. What the heck did I do last time? I'm drawing a blank. I was able to get the advanced composter up and running so I can make methane for rocket fuel from the ferns I'm growing for oxygen. That works. Trying to remember with the advanced composter. Oh yeah, I guess. Well, I suppose you could still use your fermenter and evaporate the methane. Oh, this has got a brown pipe close to it too. Good. I just had an idea. Yeah, condensation valve. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't quite work because the liquid waste isn't up here. Where is my liquid waste? My liquid waste pipe. Why would you do that? Oh, wait. Oh, that works. That works. Okay. Well, so much for that idea. Be a little too much work. Okay, so I'm getting the fermentation setup built next, trying to figure out which is the better way to make methane. Yeah, that's the question. Fermenter, it's cool, and you could evaporate it for cooler temperatures, so there's that. With the composter, it comes out at 45. I had a bunch of sheets. I really don't know what I was actually working on. That's embarrassing. Well, you know, I heard some creaking pipes, I think, last time I was playing, so that would explain what was going on there. Okay. We are temperature balance. He's making, oh, Inconel. We are making Inconel. Cool. We're still processing stuff? Yeah, we're still processing stuff. Okay, that's good. It's going to be babysitting the furnace episode. Yeah. Okay, well, first off, toilet kit, pipe bender, tier 1. Guess we'll make one. Pipe bender tier 1. Well, I recommend starting on the toilet. Better to have it before you. Yeah, while you're dancing. Yep, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking before I looked down and saw that. Pipe bender, and we wanted iron. I know iron was in the list. Copper and silicon. There's that, and copper's probably in here. Maybe it's not. Copper in here? Yep, it is. There's that. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember if plants can use polluted water or not. I mean, in reality, yes, they should be able to, but... Where's my other... Oh, I already got the other box. Okay, that works. Okay, and it takes literally just the kit. Okay. Love how these actually stack. It's kind of funny. How many toilets do you need? Oh, geez. That's a very... Wow. Not very flexible with the placement here. Okay. I guess we just... There we go. Do that. The thing to know is the waste comes... Wow, the wastewater comes out at 40 C. That's a little bit toasty. I mean, I guess if you rounded, that's not too bad. Okay, and the input, that is the good water. And that's the wastewater. Hey, there's a... Oh, crikey. Oh, wait, that's... That actually doesn't go into anything, so we can cut that back. I see they upgraded the graphics on everything. Everything's got a shine to it. Okay, well, this will be straightforward. That's not the one I want. This is the one I want. And we'll go ahead and use insulated, because that's what I have. And then brown pipe. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Ow. Let's at least jog it over. Some spaghetti! Base spaghetti! Okay. Alright. With the way I progress, it's almost a shame it's not higher. Have you seen that standard cables can be in 3, 5, 10? Yeah, I did hear about that. I'm excited. Yes, about frickin' time. I don't know why Heavy didn't get it, but I suppose we just got a deal. Alright. So now... Hey, let's eat and drink. Do I have to take... Do I have to take my jumpsuit off? Okay. Drank water. Not filling up. Wow, that was... That's what I did last time. Make bread. Said Heavy did not. That was the one I wanted it on the most. Yeah, that... If I... The Super Heavy is great, but... I don't draw that much power. This is good for what, 5 kilowatts? And it's made out of electrum and constantan, which I guess that's not terribly expensive, if we're being honest, but that is an incredibly low auto ignition point.
Temperature high.
Whoop. Standing too close to my vents over here. Okay. Interesting. When, jumpsuit not needed off to go number 2, but hard suit does have to come off. Super Heavy, still too expensive for me to use at the moment. Oh yeah, absolutely. When you're using it on, I have no sanitation needs right now. Okay, good. It's good. I have no sanitation need. Alright. So toilet's ready. I'm actually feel like I should have another meter down there already, but okay. It would be smart to use since I put more wind turbines on a network. That, you know, that's another... That is a good use case for it. I could actually make use of that. Okay, we're still trying to make Inconel. And it would have ejected. Okay. Wait, what? There was a red. Huh? Is there a chip in my suit? Oh, there is a chip in my suit. Okay. Well, that explains
Oxygen
that.
low.
That explains that. Alright. Oh, ad break coming up. Still working on keeping my furnace hot. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I built this little furnace room with my old combustor in there for the heat exchanger. And I have since moved everything, so I need to relocate my well, I'll probably keep that furnace there just because it's already there, but I'll relocate my heat exchanger and everything over by my Stirlings, or I could run a pipe over, one way or the other. Okay, so do I? Stupid. I didn't grab the configuration thing. My Inconel. Inconel? Go here. Oh, I remember this happened last time too. It actually... Oh, that was a stupid thing. I just polluted this area. That's okay. What's a little hydrochloric acid in the lungs? Fine. That's great. I should have some reagent mix laying around somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. It's outside. It's outside. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. The 8 wind turbines isn't keeping up. I have a solid fuel being fed by a deep miner that's keeping up, but not enough for me to throw on more pipe heaters. I'm working on getting Stirling up to get more power. Yeah, the Stirlings are very nice, especially if you need to cool. I'm sure you've seen mine. Probably looking to making the heavy solar panels using the 1x5 setup. Yeah, that would be nice. So I originally started with 6 Stirlings, and it was working pretty good. I went with another 2, so now I have 8 Stirlings, all pressure fed, and just pass through. So I have 1 turbo pump and 2 turbo pumps. This one comes out at 10 liters, so it's negligible. This one, yeah, high, low, and then I anchor to the atmosphere at this point. If it is the if the temperature is conducive for that. Yeah. Oh, ad break. Yep. So that's really nice. The extra power is nice, but the cooling is the nice part about that. Okay, over here, reagent mix. Reagent mix. Yeah, right there. There's my Inconel. There is my Inconel. Okay. Oh, this is the super tight one. Prime sub opens in 2 days and you get it this month, but until then I have to put up with ads. Okay, so we need 23.5 megapascals. So this is input. We want input. Okay.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank caution. Woo! Good. Inconel. Inconel. Okay. All right. Now, what's next?
Temperature high.
Let's not do that yet. Okay. So hopefully you're back from ads. The Twitch tells me that you are. First problem I've had with my auto smelter setup here. Yeah, and, since I found that little helpful thing, really does do the job. Welcome back. So yeah, found my first issue that I've had with my auto smelter is my Inconel. 50 of it came out as reagent mix, so somehow I lost pressure or temperature. So yeah, okay, so at this point, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and save, well, basically, since I'm gonna do this, just gonna write kind of checkpoints, so if something goes wrong I can go back and review, because I'm truly baffled by what happened. I need to empty the waste tank at some point. Do I not have... Is there a delay in the sanitation requirements or something? Or do I have to eat so much before it pops up? Hey, good evening there, Balin. Finally took the plunge and went to Venus myself, and I don't like it. It is a brutal son of a gun. Definitely. The Stationeers difficulty, not too bad, but the brutal start is ridiculous. Regular start, less of a problem, but you still... Cooling's cooling's fun. I had memory chips in... Oh, I know what I was going to do, and I changed that. Usually have to go for every 2 meals. Okay. I thought it was supposed to already be there and count up, but oh well. I'm not gonna worry too much. Advice for Venus: start small. Yes, absolutely. I went regular start, but because of a mod, my lander seemed wrong. Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Do I bother with a trader? I don't know if I bother with a trader, but I'll take a look. Nebula Nursing. They sell babies? Singing, okay. Alright. Alright, we still have 15.6 megapascals over here. We haven't blown our pipe up yet. Oh. That's interesting. That must be damage from a while ago, actually. So, yeah. Shows up usually from 25 to 45. Oh, okay, alright. I feel like it should be there all the time, but whatever. I thought about Venus and Vulcan had the same lander config. I might burn. I don't think so. Similar, but not the same. But then again, I've never really... I think I've looked at Vulcan, but that's about as far as I've gotten. Total brain fart. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, Balin, I ended up rolling back a save because I didn't want to deal with it, but my degassing furnace had a mishap somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure what went wrong, but it it blew away quite a bit of stuff over there. It wasn't catastrophic, it was just I didn't want to deal with rewriting the code and putting it all back together. It was fascinating, but I'm trying to think about how to recreate that. Atmosphere room started at 2 frames, and I slowly increased it since I got enough cold oxygen. Yeah. Yep, my greenhouse usually starts with, I think 2. Yeah, I think 2. And that's where I do all my stuff. Now we have to worry about defecating in the garden. Oh, yeah. My God. Brain fart. I forgot what I was doing. So, really? I just wanted to go mining or something? There's chutes. I don't need chutes at the moment. Maybe I'll go drop those off. I feel like I'm missing something. Stuff has moved around where it shouldn't be. Pipes, I'll go ahead and drop those because I don't need those right now. We'll pick up a mining backpack or two. I'm going with picnic was the problem. That's usually the issue. Yes, I'm pretty sure that that exactly was the issue. But oh, I remember now. I needed to dump the waste tank. That's what I needed to do. I've also heard. Actually, I think it was Balin that proved this. Just put a polluted water filter in your hard suit, and it'll automatically transfer your messes to the waste tank. Of course, you got to deal with it from there, but yeah, let's go ahead and swap out the tank too, because I want to go mining. Waspaloy. Wasp alloy, silver, nickel, lead. Okay, silver, nickel, lead. Silver has nitrous. Lead has nitrous. Okay. Alright, so silver, lead, nickel. That's what I want to do. Hoping you're going back to explaining your Sterling setup since ads hit when you're explaining it. Oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. That, yeah. I saw they were coming in, and Twitch kind of gives you an idea, but it's not 100% accurate. So we'll go back over here to the Sterling setup. So far on my save, I have a breathing room, froze my lungs, and made steel on day 4. Nice! It's pretty good. Steel, usually it's just me being a pain in the butt to myself. So what do I have here? So this would be, okay, so this is where the combustor comes up through. And combustor output. So I pressure feed the Sterling, and I try to match 30 megapascals with my crap P-gain circuit, but it works. It works. I could probably try increasing it a little bit more. But I have my Sterling engines, and they are all set, so they're fed by the one turbo pump. And then it just passes straight through to all of the Sterlings. And then I vacuum the line with a 10-liter pump, which, since that's only 10 liters, I don't need a turbo pump, but I already had it in the system. And then at this point, it is about as close to atmospheric as you can get, but I further dump it to, or I should say thermally anchor it to the atmosphere. If and only if, and that's all these chips, if the pipe is hotter than the atmosphere, it'll connect it. If it's cooler, it just leaves it as is. It can be programmed to tell you in the chat when ads are coming. Yeah, I do need to do that. And what's the final temp of this? The final temp comes to within like 10 degrees of ambient temperature. So that's 463 during normal times or 365 during storms. So I've got, let's see, about 40 mole of O2, 30 to 40 mole. And I used O2 just because I had it available, and it was kind of the safest gas I had to work with at the moment. I was going to tell you that, but you said it faster than I could type. So this really helps. And actually, what I would do is right off of this pipe network. Actually, I would put my heat exchanger to the furnace, and maybe that's what I'll do. But I have to run it over there, and that's a fair amount of pipe. Do I? Oh, that's a dish. Oh, I thought I had a trader on the pad. Okay. Mining. We were gonna go mining. Hit the right tool and on. So we want. Whoa. Okay. That is not the time to have a lag spike, because when you jump off a building. Okay, there's lots of lead. We need lead. And well, we'll see how fast the atmospheric simulation is now. How smooth. So I think they made some changes to that. Better or for worse, I don't know. Let's see. Planning on feeding a Stirling from the atmosphere. The main goal is to cool the gas down. Yeah, if you have it in a cool room, that would be interesting to see how much you get out of that versus cooling the room. Let's see, I need nickel, silver, lead. Now this would be lots of NOS, so I got to be very careful about what I mix in with it. And if I recall correctly, that's what happened. I guess technically speaking, I could wipe. I did record. Yeah, I'll go back through. Talking to myself. Arguing with myself, maybe. Twitchy. They did make some changes, but you can still get hurt. Yeah, while mining, I'm having a difficulty getting hurt anymore. With the exception of when the rover's nearby. My God, that thing is redonkulous. It's phenomenal how scary the rover itself is. It's reminiscent of how it used to be when you were mining, getting thrown around violently. This is definitely... I'm trying to remember how much... I almost need to print out my recipe book as I forget how much I have programmed it in. If it's 20, might be 20 for the Waspaloy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think at the very least I can make... Actually, I think it's only 5 for the for solder. Oh, there's nickel. I needed nickel. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let me pause to read that one. My base expanding at the moment is limited by how much gas I can cool down. I can fill up a tank, then exchange it with the different AC loops to step it down to 80C before I link it with the living area temp. It's a slow process. Very tempted to just skip the cooling of the atmosphere and just rush the rockets to get space ice. Yep, that's definitely one tactic. I haven't done it yet. That's one of the next things I want to tackle. And I probably would have actually done that today, or my ingot ordering system today, had I not blown up my degassing furnace. And being lazy, rolling it back. I want to reiterate that was not game stopping. It was just very, very inconvenient. Looks like a landmine over there. Okay, and there's silver, which we do need that too. 2-2 also. Space ice is also like cheating, because once you start getting space ice, you can get a lot of space ice, then you can use it as thermal mass. Yeah, well, it is a method, and I don't know if I'd necessarily call it cheating, because you are expending everything to get up to the, there's a lot involved. But I want to kind of, I saw some of the stuff that Balin did with the rockets, and I want to play with them and see if I can programmatically attack some of the things. There's some more silver. Lots of silver. Hey, cobalt. I can mix those two real. Yeah, no, I know that trick. This is a lot of silver, though, so it's good, because I need silver ingots for electrum, and let's see, the waspaloy. I can't remember if there's anything else it's used for. But this will probably meet my requirement for a while. Let's see. Now that my IC10 library issue has been fixed, I want to do a lot more code. Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. And I mentioned to you before that I do all mine. Why did I do that? I grabbed stuff that doesn't need to be in there because it's not full stacks. I do mine just with Notepad++ and save it to my computer. Copy and paste it. Actually, sometimes it's easier to edit it in Notepad++ because you can actually select things, select the whole line easier. Ding! Who dings me at this time of day? Now I have trader code. Looks at what the traders trade. Well, yeah, but that's always been a thing, though. Well, I don't know about always been a thing, but I have looked at what they're selling prior to calling them down. I think even prior to contacting them, too. It was on my Mars base, which is completely unsalvageable from the terrain update, in fact. I don't know what it was about it, but the terrain update completely trashed my Mars save, which is where I learned some of this auto coding stuff. The one that I want to do, if it's possible, and I think it is to have it look for a trader, or like look for a specific item, and at least call down and contact a trader that is selling what you are looking for specifically. Okay, we are full there. We need more nickel. I would like more nickel. I think I'm set on silver for a bit. Silver and lead. But nickel's a thing. Used to be just be able to tell you who, but not what. Yeah, I forget when they added that, but it's been a while, because it was on my...
Waste tank caution.
Okay. Yeah, they made some changes. I fill up my waste tank a lot faster now. Which, that's not necessarily a problem, because I got the spare one. And also, I love that my oxygen is really hot. So my suit spikes to like 60 degrees. It's been open up for a year now, but it was 2 years ago I programmed the trader and wasn't there when it did. Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense. I forget. Oh, hi, guys. When, yeah. Okay. I think that's good. We'll call that good. Let's turn this off. Pull this out, and main base is that way. 200 meters. Oh, I can see it over the hill. Whee! Let's not die. About the trader update, I used traders just to get the seeds, and I was done with the traders. Yeah, I wish there was ways to make some of the new gases they've added. And hopefully that'll come in time. Oh my god, I am running so fast. That is ridiculous. Well, there are items and gases you can only get from traders. Yeah. Are you depressurizing? Okay. Alright. The exotic items I don't mind, and maybe some of the gases I don't mind, but some of the stuff that you'd be really making a lot of use of, that kind of bothers me. Okay, so let's start small. Silver, lead, nickel.
Hydration critical.
I guess I could take off the suit too. Okay, so pressure is actually decreasing in the furnace. Temperature is rapidly decreasing in the furnace. So, really want to be able to split HCl into H2 and pollutant. Mm-hmm. And the hydrochloric acid, yeah, because what is it? Let me just hydrochloric acid. There we go.
Hunger caution.
Let's see, hunger caution. Okay, how about that? So it doesn't. I guess it's another. Let's just compare it to water. I mean, it's. It's. Okay, so it's basically got the same top end as pollutant. And yeah. Doesn't have a really ultra useful. Yeah, the low end's not even there. So yeah, it's not ultra useful. I guess if you really wanted to, you could still use it for something like that. Okay, so we're going to load this up with lead and silver and nickel. Oh, goodness. More exotic item likes to get XL wireless RTGs. Yeah, absolutely. Created was coding a trading system before the update to allow us to trade for credit and be able to buy XL and RTG. RTGs should be super expensive too, 5K plus. Love to be able to buy an RTG even if they were 5K. Yep. Hey, Breeze. Yes, yeah, pollutant definitely is a lot better. More useful. But I suppose if you really needed it, which I don't know. Not exactly sure. Okay, so we should be smelting lead, which is fine. Okay, give me that backpack. Break with D&D. Yay! D&D break. So I wonder if they will add a use for it, like processing use. Yeah, well, let's see. Hydrochloric acid, I imagine, would be useful in a nuclear facility, even though it's usually sulfuric acid, but I guess you could say hydrochloric acid. Yep, exactly what Balin said. Like to process uranium. And like to... Oh, geez, I didn't realize that was a prime resub. Thanks, Breeze. Like having processed silicon in an atmosphere of HCl to make chips. That'd be cool. Oh, we are... What are we making now? What are we making now? We are making the waspalite. Okay, so this is... Let me go ahead and save another checkpoint. Because this is what I was wondering if this is what caused the problem.
Waste tank caution. Oxygen low.
so let's flip this out. I'm going into my suit just in case. But this is going to process, and then it's going to jack the pressure up. And then I'm imagining that it's going to make solder next, which I don't think I have the pressure right for. But if that's the case, I'm going to rewrite the recipe book. I am dying of thirst. That's okay. Hydrofluoric for chips and sulfuric for uranium. Yeah. We get nuclear. Can we also get xenon? Yeah, that'd be nice. Nothing like a little bit of xenon poisoning. Oh, I hope they simulate that stuff because that'd be a blast. Make our own Chernobyl. Try to ramp up production while we're having a bunch of xenon poisoning. And then have it explode. Oh yeah. Okay. We're still ejecting, so we're still processing lots and lots of ores. How are we doing here? This is lead. Do I still have more lead? Oh, it's too cool. I gotta fix that too. You make things explode without the xenon already. Yeah. One of the dev streams, it was clear the streaming crew underestimated how techy the people who play this game were. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those games that really tickles that for sure. Okay, let's go while it is getting ready to make the waspaloy. Let's go eat and drink. Eat, drink, and maybe use the potty. People are talking about superconductors and nuclear physics. We do get nuclear. In my opinion, the explosion should be near game ender. Oh yeah, not like the massive area. Like the massive area not usable to radiation. Yeah, I hope we have radiation as a hazard too, because that would be great. Nuclear reactor explosion isn't horrible. Yeah, it depends on exactly what goes on. Yeah, definitely. Now, the Chernobyl thing is... There we go. There's 25% potty. About time. The, yeah, Chernobyl's just because the fuel cells all... Oh, crikey. Melted into a conglomerate in the floor. Not even in the floor, into the sub-basement, if I recall correctly. Went through like 3 floors. Okay. Alright, we are getting safe. What is... Where's that glare coming from? Is it really coming from inside the furnace? Okay. Radiation leakage is another story. In a reactor, it's not a nuclear explosion. Okay, so everything should be through the pipe at least. Okay, that has switched back, so we've got everything in the input pipe over here. All right. Let's see how this is going to go. Hopefully this is going to recreate our problem here. It looks like I'll have to go out for more lead. So I think this is this furnace can only make 2 ingots. Waspaloy. Oh, there we go. We are building pressure, which should be emptying this tank. 230 degrees. It's okay. All right, pressure's going to go up. Stream will explode before it does a nuclear explosion. Yeah. Okay, we're singing the song. We're singing. We're singing. Why are you still climbing? Oh, because it's not at 50 megapascals yet. There we go. There's 50. Okay, we dumped it. Okay, we are shipping it. It should make it. Okay, there we go. So this is the state that we had, and that is a safe state. There's nothing wrong with this state because it is 50.9 megapascal. Now over here, you are 26.4, so you're pulling in from here, which is going to have to regulate. But this is going to come back up to 30 megapascals. So that's only dropped 5, which is what I figured. Okay. Okay. That's your temperature. 220. You're convecting 110 joules. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. If I recall, the fuel in the reactor can't explode in a nuclear explosion. There's not enough flux and density, but there's still enough power being realized to make. Oh yeah, to make an explosion all the same, and limited map size, and yeah, it could be enough to wipe the map. So while I'm with it, won't make a nuclear explosion. It's not the same as trying to say, yeah, big boom. Yeah, okay, yeah. I guess nuclear explosion when you think of like a you know, well, I guess fission leading to fusion bomb. That kind of thing. Fission bomb. Not quite. Alright, so we are... Okay, so we're in need of lead for solder, because that's my concern. Or... let me go ahead and overwrite that base state. Oh, what are we making? Oh, we're dropping more. Oh, actually, we might have enough lead. It's just that the furnace isn't warm enough. Wait, there's silicon in there? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. This is, so what do I have in there? So I have iron, copper, silicon, gold, and coal. Now, deep mine ores aren't actually supposed to have any gases. Did love the day I explained to my brother that plutonium is not occurring only is I don't know why words are confusing me. Plutonium is actually naturally occurring, and not only is it natural, but that you will find it anywhere you find uranium. Yep, absolutely. One of the fission products. Okay, so that was just a batch. Okay, so we don't have anything going on here. We're still where we should be. No idea how I got that cold. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything here that would indicate a problem. I have fed everything through. So I don't have any more lead to give, so I need to go get more lead. I think that's my next thing to challenge. Okay, well I just polluted this room too with the hydrochloric acid. Oh, no, I just have Tylenol in the atmosphere still. Okay, that's fine. Words are hard. Words are indeed hard. Okay, let's go change out this gas tank, waste tank. Eat, drink, be merry, why not? Take a load off, take a shower. Now we just need to be able to shave. Mind you, I'm including in the statement I am about... mind you, I am including in the statement I am about to make. Just because you can't see anything doesn't mean a problem. Yes, absolutely. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean that there's not a problem there. Absolutely. Alright. That. Take a shower. Floosh. Floosh it. Flush me, Jay, flush me. So we've got... Actually, no polluted... Oh, polluted water in this loop. 3... Oh, that's kind of interesting. Why are we evaporating? Is it solely because of the pressure in the pipe? What are we running? Oh, okay, yeah, it's because of the pressure. Because of the pressure. Alright, well, it's self-cleaning this way. And also, I think the water is there. Oh, right. Hang on. Forgot I got a charcoal filter over here. Oh, there we go. I'm not worried about the 40-degree temperature because this feeds my plants, so. You do. I didn't realize you had lowered yourself to showering on stream. You're that desperate for viewership. It's very low pressure. So I process the toilet water is just letting the water vapor do the work. Yeah. Yeah. Until they add in like dirt, like literally dirt falls out of the polluted water. That'll work. Okay. So we are. Actually, you know, I haven't taken a look at this. We're down like 100 degrees there. Down to 32. Okay, we're coming down in temperature finally. All right, we wanted lead. We wanted to get the lead out. So let's go get more lead. There's gold in that there hill. It's probably something I should build as trader atmospherics. Yeah, I need to work on my system a little bit, and maybe I'll actually build a dedicated trading post. Wow. It's amazing how much power I have now that I don't have all those ACs on the roof running all the time. It's phenomenal. Okay. Lead. Ooh, it's got the lead. That looks like silver. I don't think I need any silver, because I already built my waspaloy. There's coal everywhere. Iron. Actually, I'm not going to say no to iron. Need a lot of it. Even though I get a lot of it from the... ooh, yeah, there we go. From the trading outpost. Trading outpost? Yes, because that's clearly what I have. Mining outpost. I don't know why I said trading outpost. It's weird. Coal. Sure. I need to get a train. Yes, I need a train tool to fill in the gopher holes because it is gnarly driving a rover. If I have to do any exploration, it's rough. Of course, I can't do it during the night anyway because I'm terrible at navigating Venus at night. Too much iron can be toxic in the blood. Yeah, there's a few things like that, but where I live, the water is very iron rich, so there's no anemia here. Well, I shouldn't say that. My wife doesn't drink the tap water. She'll drink the RO. Sometimes I worry that she's sucking more electrolytes out of her body than she's actually putting in. But I drink my tap water. I like the iron. Attachment tool, or yeah, absolutely. They need something for making roads. Or what would also be cool is a way to like display the tablet in a position on your heads-up display on the vehicle. That would be good too. Okay, I guess we should put some of this in here. So I don't want to grab gold. Actually, gold's not a problem, I don't think. I don't think the oxygen's an issue. Oh, that's nice. Oh my goodness. So much iron. There we go. There's some lead. I think we had 4, so we need 6 stacks of lead. Here's tap water. You chew the tap water. I can use the magnetic straw. Happy to build a vehicle to pave a road. Yeah, that would be nice. Absolutely. If I can get a modified auger that will dig out and fill in below. Yeah. Okay, there's that. Copper, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4. Okay, so one more lead pocket like that and we'll be good. One more lead pocket. There we are. There's our lead. So on this Venus run, I'm trying to try something different since they changed how Venus terrain works. Old Venus was very thin. You could only go about 3 frames down. Yes, that was annoying. Underground bases were hard because you had to literally build into a mountain. It's more like 54 now. Yeah, I've been low enough to find the uranium. I was actually half tempted to pick some up just to have some in the silo, but I figured I didn't need it. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Okay. Lower than most things spawn. Yeah. So I have a manning tunnel, have a hatch, an airlock to a tunnel, to bedrock. Use lenses to mine from below. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Let's see, I think main base is over that way again. Shoot, let's turn that off. I'm actually surprised I can't see my my lighthouse in the dark. Oh, I saw it for a second. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it flickering in the distance. My goodness. So I have to... Yeah, yes. Yeah, that actually makes sense, is to mine it from below. But you also have to be mindful of how much you have mined and put at least rooms, windows or something to segregate the rooms so you don't get the world bug. Whee! Ads start in 2 minutes according to Twitch. Okay, so we've got lead. Get the lead out. Okay, let's switch that. Switch that. Go ahead and load this up while we wait for the airlock to cycle. More of the same. All right. AC off. Let's go ahead and unload the backpack. Oh. Do a quick save game, so this is our second checkpoint. It's one of the... Okay, yeah. Also have to be smart to add doors in there in case there's a breach. But that's one of the reasons I had it hatch in the airlock in case tunnel does go wrong. Yeah. Yep, good thinking. Ad's coming in 30 seconds. Pressure's going up in here. Pressure's going down, though. So that makes sense because we are degassing. Do I have... I don't actually have a way of reducing pressure in here. It could be part of my problem. Because this was at 50 megapascals when we left it. If you could use the room counts as world as a cheeky way to radiate to space without being exposed to the sun. Yeah, that's a... yeah, good thought. Okay, pollutant. Pollutant we're dumping out, right? Or if I should... put a pressure regulator on this if it goes over too far. Maybe I should have that dumped to the waste pipe over here. That would make sense. That would make sense. My own lead. So, this we need to address? Okay, I think we're actually safe here. I wonder if I did throw cobalt in there and I started combusting something. That would make sense, because that would explain some fire. That would explain fire. Everybody looks happy. That's good. Okay, we are making lead. Good. Apparently when Tuver watches me, he gets insurance ads. know how I feel about that. Okay, so pressure buildup in this is a concern, and I'm wondering, yes, if indeed I did have an issue where I rapidly expanded upon that. That would make sense. So if I threw cobalt in there and there was actually more nitrous than I thought, that could do it. That could do it, and that might have been what happened. So I think I did mine some cobalt. Because that's one other thing that I need to... There we go. There's 10. Okay, we should be able to make solder, unless I already have solder. You know, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Yeah, Allstate, what's in your wallet is followed up by so we can take it and deny your claims. Yeah, I've heard Allstate's, well, several of the insurance companies, not just Allstate, but being less than ideal and those kind of things. Wait, what's the temperature here? No, 94. We're losing a little bit here. Still funny that I'm just dumping Silenol here. Okay, we need to see what we have left to...
Oxygen low. Oxygen critical.
Yeah, okay. So I think I may have figured out what I did. My guess is that I threw some cobalt in there and I combusted and I overpressurized that system because it doesn't have any pressure relief. Or the pressure relief it does have is not 100%. Let's take a look. Invar, Electrum, Constantan, Waspaloy, Stellite. We need Stellite. Hastelloy. Astraloy. Okay. So we want Stellite. Stellite and Hastelloy. Silver, Cobalt, Silicon. So I did need to get some Cobalt. Hastelloy, also Cobalt. And Astraloy. Also Cobalt. So that's my running theory, is that I threw some cobalt in there and it combusted beyond the capacity of the system to handle it. Whoa. Yeah, I got rear-ended one time and Allstate tried to put me at fault. I got the letter and called them immediately and talked to the manager because I was stopped at a red light and a teenager who was on the phone rear-ended me. And if they continued to say I was at fault, I would be calling a lawyer. The second accident involved a driver with no license, and they found me at fault, but I didn't get that letter in time to argue it. They paid me out, so I didn't question it. Yeah, it's an unfortunate world in which we live, for sure. I got into that accident. Luckily, the driver of the other vehicle was found 100% at fault, so that's a plus. Yeah, I do have Allstate, but I have a pretty good agent, but you know, the agent obviously isn't the adjuster and all that, so I haven't had an issue with them yet. Oh, we got a storm incoming. Cool. But I've been driving for 22 years, and that's the first time I've been in an accident, so yeah. Let's hope I go another 22 years or more. Let's eat, drink, and be merry. Okay, so we probably want to have a way of dumping pressure out of that system. Possibly rapidly. Let's pull that off to refresh. I have no need yet. Okay. How far out is this storm? Because I'm definitely not going mining in it. Oh, wow. First alert. Alert, alert, alert. Gravel's Cosmic Curiosities. Wow. Really? I have never seen 36 minutes on the timer. That's... Wow. Far enough along, I recommend having a dump network. Yeah. Yeah, we're... Yeah, that's... probably good. Be-doop. Be-doop. Wow, why did I think that was going to work? Punched up the Windows key. Yeah. Could use another atmospherics kit and... Actually, what would make more sense to dump? Maybe the carbon dioxide. Yeah, I could do that. I'm gonna go dump the have it dump the carbon dioxide. Not setting up an auto process on the dump system is you want to know when a dump happens. Why are you so loud? Yeah, that would make sense. Hey, Triori, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do here is... You know what? Actually, I'm just going to swap out one of my carbon dioxide. Yeah, that ought to... That'll dump the carbon dioxide of here, which is 70%. That will definitely reduce the pressure and the thermal ballast in this network, but I'm a little less concerned about that than I am of big booms. I guess you never listen to it, that's why it's so loud. Oh boy, that sounds familiar. Once I'm not emotionally burned out, I want to get back to designing a central control system. Yeah, I really would love to do that myself. Have a various networks, a control room. It's like I have no idea what my power situation really is. Any of my atmospherics, I have to walk in there. My ores and ingots and all that. Manage the central room, can manage the whole base and track and log everything. Yep, absolutely. I'm 100% on board with that. 100%. Okay, so let's see. There. Shall we think about how I want to... Oh man, I gotta build chutes out the wazoo. That's one thing I gotta do. Do I have any more? I think I threw some iron in here. I need all the iron. And probably powered chutes, I think, take copper. Powered chutes. Powered chutes. Oh, wow, okay. Electrum and Constantan. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. I only need 5 of those. But I'll make a full stack. And then shoot, basic shoots. I'm gonna go with 200, but I don't think I've got 600. Oh, I've got enough iron for 600. Let's see. Whoa. Yep. Okay. Hey, good. Wow. Okay. Yep. Good evening, Busted Knuckles. Let's see. Power management system is usually one of the first control programs I apply to the base. Use a daylight sensor to track when the day starts. Compare previous battery amount to current to see if I am netting power or losing power. My power systems have gotten more complex since I wrote that. Yeah, that's definitely on with you on that. Okay, let's go ahead and close that. We have powered chutes to go right there. Sorter stacker, and then not enough room. But we'll get that. Yeah, okay. Junction. How much room we got over here? Okay, we can do that. Alright. Okay, alright. Just trying to preemptively think about how I want to lay this out. At one point I was thinking about doing a loader as well with these guys, but I think we might be able to get away with not doing that. Let's go ahead and pop this off for now. And junction. Alright, let's get the way. Yeah. This is the only way we can do it. Unfortunately, that is the only way we can do it. Okay. Well. Hello there, General. I was not expecting to see that, but okay. Let's see. Europa base was easy to track total power available. I was running solely off of the gas fuel generator and could look at the fuel tank. And with Utuver, I want to have a central control area as well. So before I write the central program, I need to write the department programs. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So next piece of code here I want to write is... Yeah, let's see, how am I going to do this? So I'm going to see about doing my ordering system, my ingot ordering system for these guys. See how well this goes. Which I think I've got some code to redo too. Now 10, that's too much. 5. Come on. Go up. Yeah, I think that'll be sufficient. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright, that's all of these manufacturers. Let's read that up again. Need to write a better power management code that understands all the different power systems, not just solar. Key thing I need to add, Creative has been doing it on the streams, but I haven't yet, is code the solid fuel generator to only turn on when needed. Easy enough to code, just been lazy. Yep, absolutely. Before the update, I had just finished the atmospheric controls for the main base area. I used the modular console mod and built a console that could change gas mix, pressure, and would monitor for any pollution and alert me. It was a fun project to get working right. And I haven't been able to get the modular console mod to work for me yet. Yeah, that's, I do, at some point, want to, yeah, I do like the concept of the modular consoles. I just wish they really wish they were native. My goodness, that's why that was low. Okay, there we go. Hey, huh? I'll goof that up. I don't know. Okay, alright. So, I have to make a decision on what kind of chute that I'm going to use. It's going to be a digital valve. Not digital valve, digital flip-flop. And which direction this stuff's going to go. Now, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we need. I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes native at some point. They did do that for the ore scanner mod. Yeah, that's cool. Absolutely. Okay, this is digital flip-flop. Okay, let's rotate you like that. And, okay, so left. Alright, so that would make sense. Trying to remember my my silos are up that way. Centrifuges are in the way, so the chute could come through here. Or maybe I... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take white spray paint. There we go. That frame is where I'm going to punch through, but I need padded walls. And all right. Arch vent. Oh, like one. Okay, there's some fun there. Let's do padded thin, no border. See how that looks. Like, has an arrow now? Cool. Alright. Cool. So now we have a padded wall. So I can pop that vent, that frame, and we can put our chutes in here. Jeez, okay. Well, let's see. Issues you're having with it, not sure, it's just not available to me when I've tried to use it, but most of my efforts to go into it was figuring out why my IC10 library wasn't working, and I just solved that, so maybe I'll be able to apply effort into getting working after my vacation. You need to be Deepinex installed as well from GitHub. Did get that installed, yes, they added that native finally, no more need for that mod. No. Yes, they added the arrow to make it more obvious which the directions of our, yeah, that's great, because sometimes it's a little difficult with the, for sure. So do that, throw that there. Got another chute coming in here soon. All right, let's, darn it, I just realized I don't want to deal with it. On the roof. There's going to be a problem. So there's a storm a-brewing. Okay. That's not actually what I want. That's what I want. So let's go ahead and do that digital valve. And there's the flip-flop. There's that flip-flop. There's that flip-flop. There's that flip-flop. There's that flip-flop. so we are now going to have a chute for every machine. Much like I did with the furnaces. Nice vacation after almost a year of just bad news after bad news. Nice enjoy. Hit me hard this morning when I realized August is next month. Yeah, I can't believe how fast time's going. Absolutely. Absolutely. 10 is too far. 5 and 2, huh? And this is the end, so that would actually be, yeah, okay. There we go. Let's drop these in here. Oh. Can I? Screw you too. Yep, alright. So I guess then I have to be a little bit more creative with where the overflow chute returns to. Oh, right, okay. Great. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Busted. It's never easy losing a parent. Lost my mother 5 years ago. And it's hard to believe how quickly that time has passed. Oh, hang on. There might be something here because we're going to have a offload off there too. Okay. We're still shooting them out. So you're not just sending the overflow to the river. Yeah, no. Nope. Theoretically, I should never have anything come out that end. Maybe I'll just leave that. Maybe it doesn't need to return. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it as is. We're going to live life dangerously. Come on. Can I name it? Thank you. Come on. I want to toggle mode. There we go. Jeez. No. Definitely have to write in the code to fix the frickin' modes that I'm screwing up here. Okay, there we go. That'll help. That'll help. Hey, we're almost there. Okay, well, choose. August when all the drama started with my mom's death, and it's just been going since. No. Asked me. Remember, I need to be mindful as my wife lost her grandma in September. She was 99. Wow. Both a blessing and it sucked at the same time. Grandma had been the central focus for a year before she passed. I was spending 2 hours a day with her, so she didn't feel alone. Yeah, that's a lot to go through. That is a lot to go through. Start here. That's 3. It's there. It's done. And apparently
Hydration critical.
doesn't like the fact that I can't see the other side of it. That's great. That's great. Okay. Alright, so we got a lot of chutes. That'll get us started. Hydration critical. I guess that means we should eat, drink, and be merry. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. My family did arrive safely to Tennessee. They arrived Sunday. Awesome. Safe travels for sure. My nephew did manage to keep his sanity. It was close things. My father was driving him crazy. Oh yeah. Oh, families. Oh, didn't need to do that. Go ahead and take care of business. How are we doing over here? 2 liters. That was a colossal piss. We are slowly winning the battle on our cooling system. I still don't have nitrogen plumbed into the greenhouse. It's funny. Well, I guess that's not true. I have nitrogen plumbed into the greenhouse from over here, but the temperature's too high. Oh well. Okay. Canal. We're still talking. Let's look at our cooling pipe. It's still intact. Let's go double check the furnace room, make sure I didn't blow a hole in it yet. I haven't thrown any cobalt.
Oxygen low. Low pressure.
Excuse me.
Oxygen
I double tapped
critical.
that.
Pressure critical.
Good here. Alright, so we're still good. 17 megapascals, we're going down. Temperature is not going up. I don't have a valve in there, so I don't know why the temperature's so low, actually. Don't know why the temperature's so low. That's a little strange. We are still pumping out carbon dioxide. Alrighty. I'm sad though, because since they've moved away, I literally don't know the next time I will see them, which it's really as hard as normally this trip to Comic-Con is when I would have seen them. Yeah. I need to capture a ton of pollutant to fill my phase change system. Well, luckily, of course, as you know, there's lots of it in the Venus atmosphere. Is this atmosphere? Yeah. Okay, I guess. Interesting. I thought pollutant was still... Is it still part of a... Very small amount, actually. There's more nitrogen. Huh. I knew about the hydrochloric acid, but I didn't realize that it had basically replaced pollutant. Venus on my solo play. Mars when streaming with creative, but talking about Venus, yeah.
Oxygen low. Oxygen Oxygen critical.
Oxygen low, oxygen critical. Okay. Oh, storm's over. I can go outside now. Now, for how we want to do this. It would almost make sense. Well, let's see about getting the chutes plumbed up. Or at least close to plumbed up. Chutes close to plumbed up would help.
Critical.
Alright, so we've got one white frame right here. This is where... Okay. And that. Okay. So this right here is where our chutes are. So shoot 3, shoot 3, shoot 3, shoot corner. Okay, so this is where we want to be. I am right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna drop the frame back in there because I don't think it matters. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, you know what? If I'm gonna do that, I'm just gonna. It's conduit through the wall. That's fine. All right, now let's pull another 5. I want this to be out of the way. Gosh. There we go. Okay. Let's do 10s because that's makes more sense. I'll stand on the chutes. Save my... Maybe. Am I gonna be able to do that? Fine, I'll get on the ground. Jeez. This is annoying. Looking forward to getting back on Mars with creative as last I was on mining hydrazine ice. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've actually, that's one of the videos that I've been replaying or rewatching. That was overkill. No, I need to come back one. Oh, crap. That needs to come back too. 2-2 also. Good lord. So this is where... Yeah. So these are all going to shoot out to the side. these will also have to have a power chute. So I'm going to need more power chutes. Flip-flops to the left. You're going to have to go that way. Don't have to go that way. How do I want to do this? Because I could have it do this. Yeah, let's do rights. Yeah. I think that'll work, actually. Haven't gotten around to playing with that gas yet, and look forward to having 132 kilomoles of it. Yeah, for sure, that'd be awesome. I don't have the space station thing working in the non-beta version, right? I have no idea. Okay, there we are. That's so we will play with this. Let's do this. So this is going to be the way we want our output to go. It's going to be a little interesting. Chutes can't go through there, so... Oh, yeah, alright. Right on. Sad part is, I don't think 200 chutes is actually going to be enough. That's crazy. You are... Oh, actually, that's going to be a problem. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Just realized. If I have it tilted down like that, I don't actually have to put the chutes there. Move them over. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, ha. Okay, good. Yeah, if I've got them flipped like this, I can suck it in one square wrench. Really? Interesting. Everything else of that type is usually a hand drill. Shoot. Right. Yeah, so if I do it like this, I can just put it there, because I don't have to get the cable next to the silo. This will work perfectly. That'll work great. Pull out this. Oh, let's see. Silos equal right. Production machines, I forget what they are exactly. I think they're also rights. Yeah, I think they're rights. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there we go. Damn it. That's not a flip-flop, that's a chute. That's a digital valve. Wrong one. Flip-flop splitter right. There we go. That is what it's supposed to be. I just went through all the renaming. Yeah, I'll rename them later. Shit. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Don't need the mining belt. Let's close that. Why are you in there? Okay, let's go. Oh, hang on. Wait, do I have chutes? No, these are sorters and stuff. Okay, all right. A little concerned there. Okay. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more cabling. Dumbass. No, that one is correct. This one's not correct. That one. There we go. Oh. Well, okay. This one's just kind of a temporary anyway. That can be removed. Go ahead and drop these down. Just go ahead and connect everything. Yeah, there we go. That's on the silo side. There we go. That'll work. That will work.
Waste tank caution.
Yeah, waste tank caution. Definitely a thing. Alright, so this is the recycle back excess fell out of the silo. At least that's the idea. Okay. Alright, okay, cool. Oh, no, that's no problem. Let's just have you go straight down here. Yeah, we'll make do. Okay. There we go. That'll work. Okay, so let's see, you're empty. Let's go ahead and pull you up. And we will do it this way. Keeping an eye on the waste tank. That's the wrong tool. Shoot, export bin. There we go. Now come up, straight through, and straight down. Why would I do it that way? We're close. Close. Let's go over one. So there's that, and then we'll go up. Like that. Over.
Waste tank critical.
Yeah. There we go. That's how we'll do it. Alright. And up. These are ready to go. fuse to go back to the... We want this to go back into the sorter. So if it accidentally somehow shoots out more than one ingot, it's going to come back into here. Or it can even come to this line. Yeah, we can make that happen. So it's going to be in line here. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do... Not exactly sure how we're going to do it, but we'll do it.
Hydration critical.
Okay. Straight junction. Close. Right there. And then 3. There we go. That works. Perfect. That'll recycle it. So we're going to do a junction from the bottom. 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 Again. Again. And also again. Now, easiest way would just to be to do another junction that way. To come in from the top. And that 200 chutes that I made is not going to be enough. That's funny. Junction. Junction, junction. Flip around. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. Alright, we need a lot more chutes to be made. Okay, in this case we'll just do that. Alright, then actually works out that we could do a 3 high. Length of 3 here. Need more chutes. I guess I can agree with that statement. Gonna have to go inside soon. I'm gonna run out of waste tank again. More chutes. More chutes now. Okay, that's power chute, power chute, power chute. Okay. Now I'm gonna have corner going up. And this will be also a junction network. These are one out. Good Lord. We need power chutes, okay. Now that's ironically, oh, that's higher. Okay. Come here. This is where it's going to be. thirsty. And I think this 8 or this 10 section will be enough. That work? Okay. Need more chutes. Hey, do I have iron? Where's my iron? Here's iron. Thank you. Okay. More iron, cause yeah, we need more iron. Okay. Let's run inside, drainer. Wow, using a lot of air too. Oh, add brake, add brake. Let's take this off. Let's throw that there, throw that there. Eat, drink, and be Mary Poppins. Okay, shower. Not used body. How you doing? Your air tank is filling up slowly. That's good enough for me. So we need another 10 might actually not be enough power chutes. So let's do powered chutes. Let's go ahead and make 20. And pull the iron ingot out. And get regular chutes powered up here. Chutes. Basic chutes. Do I have 600? I do. Let's go ahead and make another 200. Make another 200. How's our cooling? How's our cooling? Why? Yeah, okay, there we are. 92. We're still there. We're still there. Okay, there's 10 power chutes. Almost there. Alright, these are rights, I think. Rename digital flip-flop. Yeah, I think those are rights. Flip-flop. Splitter. Right. Yeah. No. Those are lefts. Okay, so the production machines are lefts. Good to know. Good to know. Pull the level. Pull the lever. There we go. Lever has been pulled. Now we fill up our chutes. We fill up on our chutes. Okay, so the ordering system, that's going to have to communicate both ways. I think the easiest way to do that is I think it comes in from there. Would be to actually lay the chips down over this way. And I need... I need memory chips. I need 1 or 2, possibly. That's the wrong chip. There's the memory. So I think putting it over here, this will be basically connected like a buffer. I'm going to put 2 chips down here. One of these is going to be requested. And one is going to be shipping. Much like the other setup. And cables. So we're going to start. We're going to dump all of our jetpack. Now let's go ahead and put that hooked up at 10. 10 might be a little excessive. Yep, okay, so 10 is too far. 5. And 3. Okay, that works. There we are. I believe safety pole. Just for looking at. Okay. Go ahead and pull this down. Pull another floor panel up. Oh, cool. That's... Let's do that. Sneak around here. Why aren't you making any noise anymore? It's funny. Okay, 10 is probably going to tell me blocked by medium hangar door? What? Oh. My rover must be, like, literally right above us. I was not expecting it. Wait, now you're making noise? I'm confused. Okay, so those memory chips are now part of the bus. Now, what would make more sense? One. I need to switch out the sensor on the chip on the sensor glasses here. Ah. Oh yeah, my hangar doors are literally right there. Wow, that lined up very well. Okay, so, oh my gosh. My computer does not like running with these lenses on. Okay, so, what am I, oh, I'm stuck on the ladder. Holy crap, this is hard to see. So, we're gonna have, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, hang on. Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. Did I just crash? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, screw that. That was gnarly. Okay, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way then. gonna rip the panels off the wall and take a look. Okay, so there's nothing there. Nothing there. So if I wanted to put these in line, we'd have to go 1, 5, or 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or do that once and then 1, and that's what, 7, so 8, 9, basically 9. So it'd be cheaper just to connect all the vents, or the chutes to the wall and then bring it up from the side. Yep. Okay. So we'll put that away for now. Let's pull this out. I'm not going to have enough cable. Let's see, I dumped. All right, because I put all the copper in here, thinking, yeah. Some noob. Thinking powered chutes took copper. Now we're laying the foundation anyway for the next episode. Yeah, I feel like... Yeah. Let's jump up on the machine. There's that. 5. 1, 2, and a T. And a 5. 1, 2, and a T. Okay, 5. And straight. 1, 2. T. And then jump up on the machine. 5. Oh, we get pretty close. 1, 2. You know what? Actually, there's some genius. Go up and over, and then these should all have power. Yep, there we go. They all have power. Wow, really? Oh, you know what? I know what happened there. I absolutely know what happened there. I interrupted the power, so it interrupted the order. Okay, that works. That gets me what I wanted. That gets me what I wanted. Cable, and we'll go ahead and make 200 of that because it's cable. No, don't rename it. Pull the lever. There we go. Look at that. Snazzy. So I can actually throw the sheets back. Okay, and let's make sure that these are all named what they're supposed to be named. Auto lathe. Electronics printer, hydraulic pipe bender, tool manufactory, rocket manufactory. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's almost time to call it quits, but we will So the premise is I'm going to have one chip reading the stack pointer or the stack address 54. No, that's not how you spell it. Auto late. Huh, yeah. Auto late. Stack address 54. So obviously there's a few here that I could read. However, hash reported unsigned must be manually signed. That's no problem. So the concept here is we're going to read this address. If there's actually anything here, we're going to put that reagent in the requested. If we put the reagent in the requested, we will set the chute of the calling machine that wants it. Ooh, hang on. I think I might have something to work with here. And not in a good way. If we want to get, right? Okay, we can get... Oh, I know what okay. Oh, crap. Yes, that's a problem. That's what the problem was. Okay, so we can get that stack information and we can have a reagent. However, we need to RMap it, which RMap, given the reagent hash, store the corresponding prefab hash that the device expects to fulfill the reagent requirement. So for example, on an auto lathe, the hash for iron will store the hash for item iron ingot. Now the problem is that cannot be read by reference. It has to be set on a pin. So that's a problem. I could work around that and do my own RMap function where I would map, because if we look, iron, we're looking at this item right here. Negative 6667. That is negative. That is that. Iron ingot is not negative 667. Neither is iron ore. So I could do a custom map that if I see this, just ask for this. And that would get around the RMap function not being usable by reference. I don't necessarily like doing that, but I think that's probably the way I'm going to go with this because I don't want to put things on pins. I hate setting things with pins. It's just my personal pet peeve. So it is a little bit more programming, but I think we'll do that. So anyway, so we'll read that stack address. If there's anything, put in requested, set the chute properly. Then the other side's going to handle it, do shipping. Yep, I try to never use pins. Exactly how I feel too, Tuber. I like trying to make everything as dynamic as possible. Just makes it easier in the long run, at least from my perspective. So, yeah, so we'll finish this up next time. But I already have the concept figured out for the auto smelter because this system does work in the auto smelter. Now the auto smelting process itself I need to tweak, but that's okay. The day I learned you didn't need pins was a very happy day for me. Can't you use the device number? Oh yeah, so the reference ID. No, you can't. Not with RMap. Everywhere else, yeah. So, for instance, if we do get, which is how I would get the static, you can use the reference ID. And our map is DB only, or D pins. D pins are the only option, according to the help file. And I've tested that in the past. Now, it is a possibility that they changed that and just never updated the text here. But it wasn't too long ago that I did the R map and found out that I had to have it set on pins. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I've started using reference ID and name hashes and all that fun stuff, and I'm really enjoying it. And that's what my my order system works on, is the name and the hash. So everything associated with this auto lathe that I control, so the stacker, the chute, the hidden memory chip, that levers, everything is named auto lathe. So I just use the device hashes. And yeah, the reference ID, I never use a static reference ID. Sometimes it just feels easier and cleaner to read the reference ID and then store it and use that later. It just feels a little bit cleaner, and I think actually overall it saves you some characters, which I think I've only got one script, maybe two, that are really stretched for characters. Usually it's a line limitation. So I haven't gotten to the point where I'm using multiple IC10 chips and doing like old bank swap like you would use with the old game cartridges, but yeah, definitely some optimization. What am I even looking at here? This was my... Oh yeah, this was the upstairs. Yeah. Yep, line before characters usually where I ran out of. I'm trying to remember. There's one... Oh, I think it was my Larry code that I was getting very close to the character limit, because I was using longer lines to try to save total lines. It was...
Hydration critical.
It was a nightmare. But then I broke the logic and figured out you can't... On my Mars base, when I was running 5 Larrys off of one chip, I got to the point where the logic inputs were all confused and couldn't figure it out. I was happy and sad at the same time, because, whoops, it was a very, very robust system and scalable. Just throw a Larry in and name it 000102, whatever. And yeah, I was disappointed when it broke. Okay, so that's what I think we're going to do next time, is the ingot ordering system. You know what? Actually, do I have a... I don't remember if I put a... Nope, I didn't. Let's go ahead and put an IC housing down. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a compact. And we're going to call it ordering system or something. Yeah, ingot refill? I don't know. IC... Ingot order. That'll work. You don't even grab a chip, throw it on the floor, name it. Ingot order. There we go. Do that. Keep that on us, and that might remind me what we're supposed to do. Bam. Set to lowest setting. Wait for stress to stop. You want to miss it? Oh wait. Let's see, but I know I'm always creative how I code things like my combustion centrifuge. It has a very well written code that was supposed to be dynamic, and I just wrote effective and analog code. Turn on, set the lowest setting, wait for stress to stop, go to mid setting, wait for stress, then full tilt. My main issue with reference ID is 8 and B. It's hard for me to tell the difference. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's I can agree. The font does not differentiate those two well. It's in the belt. What is our temperature down to? 92 degrees on the cold leg. Which, considering we're still dumping a lot of heat into the carbon dioxide, or vice versa, dumping heat out of the carbon dioxide into our cooling system. Doing pretty. Ooh, that's down to 90. All right. Eventually, we'll actually have a base that's at normal temperature. We're almost there. I gotta rewrite this air conditioner too. Maybe even reposition it. I feel like I'm in the African savannah here. In the weeds. Use the code itself to copy and paste the text. My boss and I designed our numbering system. For decals, we had 0 or O forbidden. Yes. That's why, yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think it's VINs. L and O are not allowed in VIN numbers for your vehicles. 1 and 0 are fine, but... Okay. Shower, shit, and shave. Eat, drink, and be merry. Shower, shit, and shave. There we go. We're adding... we're adding to the system here. Yeah, we'll call it there, though. The, yeah, it's unfortunate that I had to erase a day. What am I listening to? Hang on a second. Oh, stupid Twitch. I got Twitch running on a computer in the background, and... there we go, mute it. Of course, the advertisements just go full frickin' volume. Okay, so, yeah, alright. So I'm going to call it right there for the night. The plan for next time, which will be next Tuesday, will be to get that ingot ordering system online. And then start obtaining ores.
Temperature low.
Yeah. So with that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you next time.